In a sunlit corner of a West African forest, there lived a tiny mouse named Kweku, whose sharp mind was bigger than his body. Nearby, a hyena named Dogo had grown fat and smug, hoarding a pile of stolen yams, groundnuts, and dried fish under a baobab tree. Dogo boasted, "No beast dares challenge me. My stash is mine alone." But Kweku, nibbling crumbs in the underbrush, decided it was time to teach the greedy hyena a lesson. One evening, as Dogo napped atop his hoard, Kweku scurried close and squeaked, "Oh, mighty Dogo, I've heard of a treasure greater than yours, a pot of honey buried by the river guarded by a lazy snake. Shall I show you?" Dogo's ears perked up, his greed outweighing his suspicion. "Honey, you say lead on, little pest. I'll take it all." Kweku led the way, darting through the tall grass with quick movements, while Dogo clumsily followed his mouth, watering at the thought of the sweet treasure ahead. When they reached the riverside, Kweku pointed to a sun-drenched pot of honey, half buried in the sand, guarded by a lazy snake that twisted about, appearing both sleepy and watchful. As Dogo's eyes sparkled with excitement, he crept closer to the honey pot, the sweet aroma overwhelming his senses. Kweku, hiding behind a rock, couldn't suppress his giggles, delighted to see his plan unfold, as Dogo, oblivious to the danger, edged toward the snake. Just as Dogo reached out to scoop the honey with a blissful grin, the snake stirred its eyes, snapping open. The beast's fierce gaze locked onto Dogo, who froze in mid-reach, realization dawning as the snake uncoiled, revealing its menacing posture. In that heart-stopping moment, Dogo's eyes bulged with fear as he froze above the honey, the snake preparing to strike. Kweku watched from a safe distance, barely containing his laughter, pleased with how his cunning had led to this moment of reckoning for the greedy hyena. With a sudden burst of instinct, Dogo leaped away from the honey pot, just in time, narrowly escaping the snake's snapping jaws. Kweku couldn't contain his glee, dancing behind a bush, his little paws clapping in celebration of Dogo's hilarious misadventure and the lesson he hoped the hyena would learn.